Hey guys, this is the Otome Warrior, and in this video I wanted to do another lesson from AX. And for this particular topic, it will be about my stay at the Intercontinental Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. Just kind of warning, this video is going to be, I guess, a little bit sporadic because I honestly don't know where to begin while discussing this topic. So, with that being said, my stay at the Intercontinental. Now, I will admit, the Intercontinental was not my first choice. Heck, it wasn't even my second choice. In fact, I didn't even want to stay there. But I wanted the JW Marriott or the Ritz. Those were the only two I really wanted. But for some reason, like when I went to go do the premiere thing and get the limited availability hotel rooms or whatnot, you get what I mean. So when I tried to book my hotel, the those two in particular, and as well as a bunch of other ones, their rooms were kind of weird because they had breaks throughout the week. So you'll have like 2 rooms available. No, you'll have a room available for 2 days. And then, no, it'll be booked for 2 days. And then there'll be like an empty spot in the middle. Then it'll be booked for 2 more days. And it's like, I wanted something where I could just stay there the whole week, not have to up and leave and check in and check out constantly. So, I don't know what happened. I was very upset with how that process was handled. And I called the lady and I was like, well, I'm Premier. Is there any possible way I could just book when the regulars have their spaces to book? And she's like, no, that's not really fair. You know, we want to make sure everyone has a chance. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, it's Premier. It's not like I'm a regular asking to slide into a Premier spot. I'm a Premier trying to slide into a regular spot, which, you know, nothing against those who don't have Premier. Like, I just wanted a hotel at the JW Marriott or the Ritz Carlton, in which I could get neither. So the Intercontinental was pretty much the next closest thing that had all rooms available, or had a room available for my entire stay, other than the Westin. And I really didn't want the Westin because I heard that was like a big party hotel, and me being kind of soft-spoken, nervous a little bit, but the biggest thing, that was the furthest away. So, and my sister was coming with me. She's not really a party person, so I guess I wanted something that's presumed to be a little bit more quiet. But after my experience, I kind of want to go to the Westin after my experience with the Intercontinental Hotel, which I don't think I'll go to the Westin this year. We'll just have to see when it books, when the Premier spaces are available. But we'll just have to see. My sister doesn't want to go there, and yeah. But as far as my experience goes, the Intercontinental, I will say that it is a nice hotel, but it's a new hotel. I think when we got there, they had only been open for like a couple of weeks. And in my personal opinion, I just don't think they were ready to be open, or at least be open and, you know, for Anime Expo attendees. So I called them because I had forgot I had an extra day on my stay. And then I realized, okay, I need to save my days for work. So I called them up and I asked to cancel a room. And while I was at it, I was talking about, you know, the methods of payment. And I was told, okay, you can pay cash, you know, credit or debit. That's what I was going to do. You could pay like a combination of cash, combination of debit. And that would be fine. So, okay, we get there. Late, albeit, but we do get there. The room's still there. And the lady, she was really nice. But she was like, I'm sorry, but they just really only want the debit only, the whole thing. So I'm just like, are you kidding me? But I had the money like in my bank account, but I was kind of ready just to pay it in cash because I just had that much cash on me that I just forgot to deposit. So there's that. And then, oh, and let's keep in mind that this is my very first time flying out, first time in California, first time dealing with hotels being in my name or whatnot. Thankfully, I had my sister to help me, but just so you can see where I'm kind of coming from. So as far as the deposit goes, I know I put a deposit in part for the room on the AX, I think, site, just to guarantee that I'll have the room, and it was still there. But I get there, the lady tells me that there is actually a $500 deposit, just in case, I wreck anything and whatnot. So I don't really book hotels. So my sister, who's a big traveler, she's like, well, she tells me after the matter. Thankfully, I had the money on me, but she's like, no, deposits, where at least where she stays, and she stays at some fairly nice places, they're usually like $150, $200, but $500, like, that's crazy. So basically, if you are barely saving up for this trip, and there's a good chance that if you go there, you might be spending your spending money on a deposit, which you're supposed to get back when you check out. More on that in a minute. Or actually, let's talk about that now. So when I checked out, the lady, it was a different lady. She clearly didn't know what she was doing. First, my sister was handling it and whatnot, but she was just like, okay, do you want it back on, like, in cash or on your card? And so I'm like, okay, I want it back on my card. And then the lady's like, okay. She's looking like, we can't do that. And then I'm like, okay, whatever, cash then. And apparently they couldn't do that either. So I'm like, what the heck? So we're waiting, and mind you, we got the super shuttle. So they're waiting for us. I have to go down there to make sure we don't get left. Bless their hearts, they waited for us. But, so my sister handled that while I was down there waiting with the super shuttle on her. And so basically, apparently they took the cash money, and I guess they deposited it, but they didn't have it on them or something. So they couldn't give me cash. And so they couldn't figure out how to do it to give me my deposit. So what they did was just refund like the 500 something, or a portion of what it's supposed to be, what they're supposed to be giving me back, out of my total for what I paid for my hotel. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? And even then, we still have to kind of check up on that, because I still think something's kind of off. So that experience was crappy. But back to the original checking in. We get there late. The guy was like, well, let me call for a bellhop, or I can't remember what it is. I think the person that takes up the luggages and stuff. So he's trying to call for him. And he just doesn't show up. Like, I guess, like, there's no bellhop coming. He offered to take our bags, but we're just like, no, we're just going to carry our own bags. And we were going to do that anyway, but I just thought it was a little bit ghetto. They didn't have someone around to help us with that if we needed it. But, speaking of which, the next time I go to Anime Expo, remind me not to take two rolling luggages. I'm taking a big one, and I'm taking a carry-on that I can fit on my freaking back. A backpack, basically. So, yeah, I should have added that in my regret video. But anyway, so the hotel is freaking complicated to operate. Like, somehow I was trying to find my room, and I ended up on, like, on the pool lobby. And I'm not going to say it's necessarily a bad thing, but I will say it is inconvenient. And I could explain it till I'm blue in the face, but unless you're there to be confused, it won't do much good. So yeah, the elevators were quite confusing. We knew how to get to our rooms and the lobbies and whatnot, because the elevators on the inside, they don't have a button to let you know where you go up and down. Actually, I'm not even going to get into it. It's very high tech. And it takes a minute to learn. And everyone around me, just about people who are there for the convention, people who are just higher end. Even they didn't know how to freaking work it. They were asking me, do you know how to work this elevator? And I'm just like, no, all I know how to do is get from my place to back. So, but it wasn't too bad once you get used to it. But still, it was a little bit inconvenient. Now when we got into our room the very first night, or by that time it was morning, we went in, we put our bags down. I'm a germaphobe. And you probably, if you saw me, you might have seen me give out hand sanitizer at the AX. Didn't give out too much, but I gave some out here and there. But I'm a germaphobe, so first thing I do is I'm kind of looking around the room, and it looks nice and whatnot. Then I'm just checking the drawers, or the dressers, just to see what's in there, if there's like a telephone book or whatnot, just to, check it out, see if I can place my stuff in there. So I open up one dresser, and lo and behold, there is a used bottle of Crest toothpaste. I'm a germaphobe now. And I could tell it wasn't for us, because one, if the toothpaste was for us, it should have been in a bathroom and travel size. But no, someone stayed in the hotel before us and left their toothpaste in that drawer, in the box, and the box was wrinkled, another sign that it wasn't for us. And the maids or service didn't bother to clean it out or check the drawer for that. So if you just saw the look on my face, I just kind of looked at my sister and I was like, ew. So she touched it and I'm just like, ew. And she's like, yeah, they left it, and she threw it in the trash. And I'm just like, ew. Like, I'm kind of just tingling right now, just reliving that horrible moment. It's like disgusting. So that was the biggest strike. And, when I took the Ubers and whatnot, I can't remember if it was an Uber driver or a security that was telling me, but it was a guy. He was telling me he really thought they opened way too early and they were not ready. And I concur. And from what my sister had heard from others who was there, she didn't go to AX, but she did her own thing. But from what she had heard, it was like they left stuff out of their hotel room. So I'm guessing things that were supposed to be in there, like, weren't in there. And so it was just little things like that. She was not impressed with the stay. And when I told her, I guess I'll be booking the Intercontinental, she was just like, well, that's a good place. Promise me you'll like it. I've stayed there one time in another state, and I've met a movie star there. It's really good. They're really great. You'll like it. But after the trip, she's just like, yeah, she's going to leave a 3-star review on Yelp or TripAdvisor or whatnot. I'll just figure I'll just make a YouTube video on it. But yeah, she was not impressed with it. I was not impressed with it. And it was like during the day, and I was kind of lazy. I didn't feel like going to the con. But I'll admit it was partly because I was kind of nervous to go there for the first time. It was a pre-show night. And so the alarm starts to go off. And I wonder if I have my phone near me. Because I took a video of it. Or you know what? I posted that video. So yeah, check that out. So the alarm goes off and it ends up being, I guess, like a false alarm or something. So I'm just like, are you serious? But that happened at other hotels, so I'm imagining, people are here, they're going to be stupid, pulling fire alarms, stuff like that, so whatever. But, and another thing, I don't know if this could be considered, too bad or whatnot, but there was no microwave. I figured with the price we paid, it'd be a microwave, but my sister's like, these type of hotels, no. They don't come with microwaves or refrigerators unless you get, like, the suite. So, but I still figured I'd point that out. So it sucks if we got, like, delivery or whatnot. We'd have to eat it all at one go or just eat our food cold. So I'm thinking, okay, you have a refrigerator at least? So I was like, yes, there's a refrigerator. But we open it, it's filled with, like, sodas and booze and stuff. So It's just like, my sister's like, don't touch that. If you touch that, they will charge you. That stuff is not free. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not touching that. And I don't drink, so we just pretty much bought the nasty Arrowhead water, which I totally do not recommend if you go to AX. But yeah, that really wasn't exciting at all. You know, or I wouldn't say exciting, but I wish we had a microwave, and I wish we had a refrigerator that wasn't booby trapped with hidden ways to take your money. And they had snacks in the room too, like in a glass drawer with like Pringles and M&Ms and stuff. And it's just like, yeah, we're not touching that stuff. And the first thing we saw was like a bottle of wine just sitting on like a wall, like in a little cubby hole where you can put stuff in. And it was like wine. It's just like, yeah, we don't drink. But this is kind of crazy. So, I guess the big thing is, would I go back to the Intercontinental? I would not. If I could help it, I would not want to go back. This time for Anime Expo 2018, I'm still going to try to get the JW Marriott in the Ritz. This time, now that I've seen the downtown area a little bit more, I'm also going to try to score for the Lux and the Indigo, although my sister doesn't want to stay at the Indigo. But if I have to get the Intercontinental, then so be it, but I won't be happy about it. Part of me just wants to stay at the Westin, because that's where the shuttle was, at least for the first couple of days. I have no idea what happened to that shuttle bus. And that's another thing. I thought the shuttle would stop in front of the Intercontinental, but no, we actually had to walk to the Westin whenever we could find it, or walk from the Westin back to the Intercontinental, which it wasn't too far, but it was still pretty inconvenient. So at least more often than not, I just took an Uber there, and when I did use the shuttle, I took that back. And when I couldn't find the shuttle, it just seemed like the shuttle services disappeared in the thin air, I just took Uber. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much how my stay at the Intercontinental went. There was a lot of your high-end people there, so I felt out of place, because you see these beautiful women, and they're like skinny and have on like the black dresses, and then like these fancy looking guys in suits, and they're around the bar. And meanwhile, I'm coming in with my Abraham Van Helsing cosplay, and freaking my version of Okabe Rentaro from Steins Gate. I'm looking like a freaking mad germophobic scientist. And I'm just going through like all these crowds of like these I guess high-end people, and then I go around the corner to the elevator to my little safe space, where I see these guys, and they, you know, they're kind of they're shorter, they got the black shirt and the black pants on or something, or they got the little anime figure on their shirt, they got the beanie caps on, and the lanyards to let you know that they're going to Anime Expo with the 4-day or 1-day pass. And I'm just like, I'm 25, but yeah, this is my crowd of people I want to hang around, because I really don't want to hang around these high-end people that are, you know, just kind of looking and whatnot. I mean, but it wasn't too bad. They wasn't rude to us or anything. I bet, you know, they live there, so they probably kind of know. But still, it was kind of awkward. And then I was in the elevator with one person, and even they were talking, they were going to AX, and even they were talking about how uncomfortable it is and how they didn't really like this hotel. And I'm just like, sister, I am with you. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Oh, and while I'm talking about it, since, you know, they were at the bar most of the time, I could not find a single vending machine. If you saw a vending machine at the Intercontinental, please let me know, because I was trying to find one, because I didn't want to pay the hot butt price in the refrigerators, but that's probably why they didn't have one. But, yeah, I'm trying to figure if there was anything else. The staff was really nice. They tried to go above and beyond. They were like, nice costume. I like what you're wearing and whatnot. So there was a plus about it, you know, the staff was super nice and I could talk to them all day. I guess they were understanding. They knew that there was a con going on, so they did their best to accommodate. I didn't have any issues with the staff or security. We just kind of talked it up, and it was a good time. The staff was really nice. Security was nice. Even the lady who told us we needed all pay for this and all of the debit cards, she was nice at first. The first lady. Not quite sure about the one who checked out since I wasn't there, but you know, that's one plus of the Intercontinental. It's not a bad looking hotel. And my sister, she got the expensive breakfast delivery. And I asked the waiter there, or wherever you call him, because he does like breakfast delivery service for both the Ritz and the Intercontinental. So I'm just like, which one do you prefer? He's like, oh, I prefer this one more because it's more high tech. He's like, the Ritz, they have like yellow carpet or whatnot. It's more kind of oldish. And I respected his opinion. It was nice to know how it was theirs. So I was just like, yeah, let's go to the Ritz if it's a little bit more behind, because I know that all the hotels more or less have to come to the point of the Intercontinental, but let's hold off for as long as we can because I don't want to be inconvenienced. But yeah, it's not bad. If you want to stay at the Intercontinental, I mean, it's kind of close to the convention center. I mean, it's your choice. Personally, I want to get something closer. And yeah, I just thought they probably opened up but way before they should have. They probably should have opened up about a month ahead of time, or even longer. But it is what it is, you know. I get it. It's a new hotel there, so hopefully next year will be better. But I just hope I will not have to use the Intercontinental as an option next year. So I think I've pretty much touched on everything in the Intercontinental. If you have any questions about it, you know, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them. You know, as long as it's about, you know, my personal experience, I can't really tell you about the logistics. I know the tallest floor that they have is 73, and if you're not used to it, and whenever you get on the elevator, going up or down, your ears will pop and whatnot. But other than that, I'll try my best to answer any questions. But until then, I think I will take my leave because it is burning up hot. So I want to turn on my air conditioner, and it would be rude to try to talk with my air conditioner on. So yeah, if you happen to like this video, or you're a fan of video games / Ultimate Game stuff, or even a fan of drink testing, taste testing, toys, reviews, stuff like that, or like I said, just have any questions about this hotel, or just about my personal experience with Anime Expo. Wow, I totally added so much I forgot how to do my ending. Subscribe to my channel. We'll end it like that. So, yeah, guys, gonna turn on the air and get ready for work in a little bit. So I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.